Hi friends, thanks for joining our English journey. In this video, you will hear simple conversations, repeat key words, and train your memory. Remember, learning works best when you feel relaxed and curious, so sit back and enjoy the practice with us. Many young people hesitate to enter relationships because they are afraid of emotional damage. After painful breakups or even betrayal, they build a defensive barrier. This invisible shield seems to offer protection, but it also prevents intimacy. To them, new romance appears risky, a challenge rather than a safe experience. Past failures leave psychological scars that are hard to erase. Some young adults cannot fully recover from rejection, and the absence of trust continues to disturb them. The memory tends to haunt their thoughts and influences future decisions. For that reason, they avoid possible disappointment by staying single. Not only personal history, but also what they observe shapes their attitude. Witnessing divorce in their families or separations among close friends fosters skepticism. This negative perception of love generates doubts about stability. As a result, many lose confidence and hesitate to make long-term commitment. Over time, such fear develops into a repetitive pattern. The constant anxiety of loss controls their choices. The emotional cycle is hard to break because caution becomes a habit. Escaping it requires courage and belief that not every story ends in pain. Academic tasks and career plans create constant pressure. Young people with strong ambition dedicate time to study and internships. In these competitive circumstances, love is not a priority, but a distraction. They often feel achievement is more urgent than affection. Heavy schedules leave them exhausted. After long hours, they feel drained both physically and mentally. Instead of dating, they save energy for rest. A relationship demands extra effort, emotional attention, and daily energy, which they believe they cannot provide. The accelerated rhythm of cities adds a greater burden. Students rush between classes and part-time jobs, adopting a restless lifestyle. This constant race produces fatigue and sometimes isolation. In such a state, romance feels unnecessary or even impossible. Consequently, many postpone intimacy. They want to feel financially stable before entering love. Such a practical mindset pushes them to postpone romance until later. They decide that success must precede affection. Modern youth enjoy wide independence. They manage their own finances and personal hobbies. This sense of autonomy brings daily satisfaction. To them, being independent is not lonely, but empowering. A hobby or skill becomes more meaningful than dependence on romance. Single life provides clear benefits. They use money freely and explore their interests. They keep personal comfort without needing to make compromise. This lifestyle is seen as an advantage, making love less urgent. Many think relationships demand freedom to be reduced. Adjusting to another person seems like a heavy task. They prefer not to adjust their routine and see no necessity for such change. Independence looks more appealing. Although this choice may seem selfish, it reflects modern values. A new perspective highlights self-care before caring for others. This becomes a cultural norm. For many, independence equals real empowerment, a foundation for future happiness. Digital platforms are full of negative stories. People warn about red flags and betrayals, creating a cynical mindset. This constant stream builds suspicion and reshapes the worldview of young people. They expect failure more than success. Media also promotes unrealistic standards. Films and shows present an ideal image of perfect partners. Real people cannot compete with this model. The result is frustration and deep disillusionment, especially when expectations collapse. Online comparison culture adds more pressure. Students measure their love against polished posts. This causes insecurity when they feel inadequate. They think their story is not adequate or exciting, making them compare constantly. Thus, media functions as a double tool. It creates illusion and false dreams. Only a mature outlook can fight such unrealistic images. Young people must learn to stay mature and focus on real human qualities. Economic worries are a strong pillar of avoidance. Men, especially, feel heavy pressure to be providers. They want to feel secure financially before dating. Failing to meet family expectations makes them postpone relationships. Women share similar concerns. They fear judgment if they do not contribute equally. This burden grows heavier under ideals of equality. Personal progress becomes more important than commitment. Career wins over love. Responsibility includes more than finance. It involves emotional obligation. Many are afraid of daily duties, such as constant care. This fear creates anxiety, and they prefer to protect their own emotions instead. In conclusion, avoidance does not mean rejection forever. They simply wait until they feel prepared. They want genuine love and to enter it with full confidence. When they overcome fear of money and responsibility, they will be ready to embrace it. When you finish today's practice, do not forget to review a little tomorrow. Learning a language works best with small and regular steps. Even if you only read one page or listened to one short story, it already brings value. Remember, progress is built day by day. If you feel tired, take a break, but return again. The secret is not speed, but consistency. Keep your motivation alive and enjoy each moment of learning. Thank you for practicing with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.